So I never could get my mixes the way I wanted them. So I kind of found this. It's not a secret by any means, and a lot of people call it cheating. But let me get over here. So here's what I do, and I'm just going to be straight up honest with you. This is probably something that nobody would recommend, but I found that it works for me. So I've got a mix right now that I'm working on. That's it's actually a loop, and it's for church Sunday, and it includes the bass, the drums, and I put an organ in there, and I put an acoustic guitar in there. But I could never get it to sound right through my headphones. I could never get the balance right. So so hang on, and I'm going to show you what I did to get this right. In the meantime, I want to show you what I'm using here. So I'm using my Zoom R8 with a battery backup as actually the main power supply. So here it is. There's my battery backup power supply. Right there, got it off Amazon, 20 bucks, plugs right in here to the USB, plugged right in there to the USB, powers it up, and I never have to worry about changing the batteries. So there you go, R8. As you can see, I got a little piece of tape along there. It shows me my tracks, and this I always use the numbers according to what I have, because I have all my effects and stuff set up on each track. So every time I go to make a loop, I just use the same. I use the same tracks for the same instruments, and it makes it a whole lot easier. Super easy. So hang on, and I'll be right back, and I'll show you my little cheater secret. So here we are. As you can tell, we are in my work van. I think you already know where I'm going with this. So let's just go there. Turn this the right way. So yeah, so I use my truck stereo, which is the factory stereo. To finalize my mixes sometimes. And I do this because, for one, I know it sounds good. For one, I know if it sounds good in here, it's going to sound good at church. It's tried and true method. I can never get the right mix in my headphones. So on the way to church one day, because I use this at church sometimes, and I just took it and plugged it in, and bam, there you go. The problem was fixed. And you know what, guys? I'm gonna be honest with you. I know there's a lot of you going to be like, oh, you're a cheater, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. But you know what? I'm going to tell you that those people take life too serious. Just do what works. Do what works for you. Who cares if somebody finds out that you mixed a loop or a song in the truck? Who cares? I mean, you know what? Tomorrow's still going to come. Just do it. If it sounds good, it sounds good. Who cares how you got there? And in fact, I'm going to be honest with you, the journey is better than the destination sometimes. So yeah, so let me stop going off on a rant here, and I'm gonna play some of this here. That's probably the best this loop has ever sounded. It just works. I hear everything clearly. I hear everything that's panned. I've only got 6 tracks on this thing. Of course, I use hydrogen to program my drums. I'm not a drummer. I do have a lot of drum equipment, but I'm just not a drummer. I play strings, and I'm going to stick with that. Certainly not a keyboardist, but I use the Nano the Nano keyboard along with a Linux program. I'm a Linux guy, so I get all my recording software for pretty much nothing. And of course, I mix on hardware because that's just the era I grew up in. I remember starting off with the Tascam and, this, modern Pro Tools and stuff. I'm just not going to take the time. I've got too much to do. I can get a comparable sound from the Zoom R8 or the Zoom R16 or the Zoom R24. I've had every one of them. And I got this one actually because of the drums, because of the rhythm section. Well, come to find out, I never really use them because I always, since I learned how to program my drums in the hydrogen, I really don't need them. Because see, you can EQ and you can do a lot of things through this R8. It's an awesome piece of equipment. If you don't have it, I certainly recommend you look into it and get one. I think you can get one for about $200 to $300, new and used. I think new they're $299, maybe $249. Used, you can probably pick one up, $200, $180. I was in my local pawn shop not long ago and saw a Zoom R16 for $99. I don't think they knew what they had, and I bought it, and I already had this one, so I just resold it. So I just had $100 worth of credit on Reverb, so I just bought some more gear. But yeah, so anyway, I'm sorry I'm going off on a rant. But yeah, so you know what, guys, I just want to encourage you to step outside of the box sometimes. I know we have a lot of snobs, recording snobs on YouTube, and you know what, that's fine. I mean, that's they're pros. I'm not. I don't do this for a living. I fix air conditioners. It's a big difference in that. And sometimes in the field we got to use what we have. We got to use what's available. And I kind of bring that train of thought over to mixing, because I never could get it right. And I have $300 studio speakers. I have $150 set of headphones, Shure headphones. I've had every kind of headphone there is, and I use in-ears. I've tried through my in-ears. I've tried through my headphones, my in-ears, through my vehicle, through my studio monitors. I've tried through my friend's studio monitors, and I never could get that right balance until I got it in my work van, because I know what music should sound like in here. So I listen to this, as you guys know, HVAC, we have a lot of windshield time. So I know what music should sound like. So what better place to go? There's no better place to go. I'm familiar with this sound system, and it's just the factory sound system. But the point is, I know how it should sound. And if I can get that through this R8, then I know it's going to sound good 99% of the time, wherever I'm playing it. But you know what? And that brings up another point. We always try to get the perfect mix, but we really don't have to sometimes, because I read a statistic not long ago that stated that most people, it was about 50, it was like 60%, listen to music through headphones or through phone speakers and stuff. And you know what? Unless they've just got an upper scale phone, they're not really going to hear the difference anyway. The knowledge is good to have, but the experience and the knowledge is good to have. But you know what? For me, I'm just building my own loops for church. It's good enough for me. So, guys, I just want to suggest if you're having trouble getting that perfect mix, that perfect EQ, go to somewhere you know. It don't have to be your car. It could be anywhere. It could be your home stereo system, but go somewhere where you listen to music most of the time. So yeah, just go with what you know. The only thing you could waste would be time. If you don't like it, if it's not working, try something else. It's just that easy. So leave me a comment. I'm willing to defend my position with any audio snob that's out there who wants to pipe in. And I'm also willing to help anybody who wants to learn more about getting the right mix. I don't know a lot. Some people say I don't know anything doing this, but I'm willing to defend my position both ways. So leave me a comment, and I'll see you on the next video.